DeAngelo, the dam finally broke for Julio yesterday. He had gone up to this point in the season without finding the end zone. He scores a touchdown yesterday, and Josh Norman couldn't have been happy about it. He got shook in the flat. Julio catches the ball. Then he gets pancake blocked as Julio's streaking towards the end zone. So Julio with 7 catches for 121. I mean, he's one of the best 2 or 3 receivers in the game. You saw it there yesterday on display at FedEx.
Yeah, and I mean, Josh played him good. For the most part, Josh fought with him. Didn't really give up any explosive plays. That one screen play, that play is so tough because as a DB, we're always taught turn it back in. The guys inside, they have to run to the ball. The only way you stop screens or really be successful stopping screens is when your D-line runs. When you find out, hey, I'm not being blocked, and so if you're not being blocked, it's probably a screen. And so for the I don't know if it was the tackle or the guard, but for him to get out and block your corner, other guys have to come and help out. And so that was a tough play on Josh. Nothing he could have done but turn it in like he did. And I mean, those guys are fighting, man. Josh got pancaked, like you said, pretty hard on that play. And he needs help, man. The rest of those guys need to be running to the ball, but Atlanta's gonna find a way to get Julio the ball. That's what's I'm not gonna say frustrating because I'm tired of using that word, but that's what this offense hasn't been able to do is get our playmakers the ball. If you have a guy who's that impactful on the game like a Julio Jones and they can still find a way to get him targets and get him the ball with screens and things like that, we got to find a way to get our playmakers the ball. And I say it every week. And, I know this offense can be better, and I know they will be better, but at some point we're going to run out of time of saying, they have time. That's why I said I like this team. I like this defense, but it scares me because at some point teams are going to score 21, 24 points. I knew this Atlanta offense was the type of offense that we needed to be between 28 and 31 points to really be able to compete with those guys because, everyone always asks, how do you stop XYZ? Well, you really don't stop this team. You try to contain and minimize the big plays. You try to be successful on offense. You try to run the ball so that you don't give them a chance to stay on the field for long periods of time. And, we just weren't able to do those things. We got banged up on the offensive line and, that kind of just sent us into a world, into a tailspin because – at one point we didn't have one extra lineman on the bench because we had everybody in the
Josh's head for me on the pass interference that he had there late. He was getting beat there. Was that just a conscious decision, I'm going to take him down, or was it just bad timing?
I mean, it was probably bad timing, maybe a little bit of both. I mean, Josh was good. He was running with him. Obviously, beat on the line, but he was running with him. And, as a DB, you kind of got to have that split-second determination. Hey, am I going to pull him? Am I going to try to make a play? And, Josh has timed that up so many times perfectly to where that ball was coming right as he's diving.
Right.
He probably thought he was able to time it up because he was running for a long time. But as a DB, you got a split second to make that decision. And, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. On that particular, instance, Josh was wrong. He kind of, he got there a little early, but, that's a tough play. That's a tough play for anybody. But, you would like for the DB to stay a little bit more patient and, keep running as the ball comes, just be a little bit more patient in that instance. But, heck, we as a DB, we've all kind of been in that panic mode where we're like, oh, man, I got to hurry up and catch him. And, just make that split decision and, try to make a play on the ball. And, Josh just got there before the ball got there because he was playing the man.
Seemed like they just spread us out, too, which left the box a little lighter, and then, boom, the running backs just had huge holes. Also, I guess taking us off balance a little bit, too, because of all those runs on second and long, and they were just gashing us.
Yeah, and there was times where you didn't even expect runs, like you just said. It was second and some long instances where they was running the ball. And Atlanta never – I'm trying to see how I want to say this. Atlanta, I guess we as the Redskins never really thought about, hey, these guys going to run it down our throat, because that's never really their game plan. They use the pass to set up the run, and you saw them, because we were off balance, able to sneak in some of those runs. And Tevin Coleman, I love him. He's more of a scat back than a downhill runner, but he was able to hit that ball. He was able to hit some of those runs downhill and, find some creases. And, I just think as a defense, those guys weren't really, I'm not going to say prepared, but they weren't anticipating him to be successful, them to even run some of those plays, because he's not Devontae Freeman in the sense of he's going to beat you running it downhill. He's more of, that screen and, catch the ball out the backfield, which he, was able to make some plays that way too. But he kind of scares you more so doing that. And so I was kind of surprised too for him to be so successful running the ball at us.